Greetings and welcome. Thank you all for joining me here at TikTok Live at Bloom Within Love. I go by Blooming. And I am back, Bright Souls. I am back with the continuation of earlier's live. But this message, you guys, is specifically for those that resonated with the earlier live read. Because as I came out of that reading and went into meditation after you all's reading earlier, I got another message and it was confirming basically what I was saying in that previous live reading with you guys. And it's specifically to the divine feminine. And it blessed and touched my heart, you guys. And so I'm sure that if you resonate as a divine feminine energy, that this message is probably going to resonate with you as well. But please only take it if it does. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And when we say divine feminine, you guys, it's just the divine feminine principle, the divine feminine energy, but it could also very well be in a male body. Okay, so there is no gender when it comes to tarot and oracle and things like that. Okay, but this message was specifically to the divine feminine. Okay. Welcome those of you who are coming in. I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining. Okay. And I certainly appreciate all y'all that come in here with that high vibe, bloomy tribe kind of energy. I appreciate that. And may it be sent to you where you need it the most, right? Amplified positivity, love, and light wherever you need it most in your life right now. Okay. Um, so, let me get you the card that came out for you guys. Again, a general collective reading, okay? And it's for the divine feminine here, okay? And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it since the screen probably won't let you all see it properly here. But it says the Yin Empress, okay? This is the card that came out for the divine feminine right after earlier, the live earlier, you guys, right? So, but I was guided to read the information from the packet for you guys because I'm told it's going to help provide, some type of a healing for you that resonate as a divine feminine. Because if you guys saw that earlier live, you guys have gone through a whole lot of transformation and you're in this butterfly energy. But you've suffered a whole lot. And so Source wanted to confirm your divine femininity, but to bring some softness, some soothing to a lot that you've gone through. You guys are strong. You guys are um, very resilient. You've become that way. You've become tough-skinned. Um, you're many of you are kind of in that Queen of Swords energy, but it's because you had to do that in order to navigate through some of the things that you guys have gone through. It was necessary. It wasn't that you lost your heart or your gentleness, but as you guys were transforming and awakening, you realized that a healthy empress has all sides to her. Okay. An empress embodies all of the queens in tarot. So you guys are queens in tarot. So you guys are second. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Sorry. Give me a second. You guys, let me fix this up. Sorry about that. You would think I would prepare, but it just doesn't seem like it'd be low at first, and then I get on and it's like low. Okay, there we go. So as I was saying, right? Uh, okay. All right. Anyways, yeah. So like I was trying to explain, the Empress, right? I don't know if you guys. I'm trying to give you an angle where it's not like glary in your eye there. So sorry about that. Okay. So the Divine Empress embodies all four queens, you guys. So you're the Queen of Wands. You're the Queen of Wands. You're the Queen of Cups, you're the Queen of Pentacles, but you're also the Queen of Swords. And so, you know, I know that spirit wants to come in just to bring some soothing to maybe some of your battle wounds and, things that you've gone through, but also just to affirm you that all of it is okay. No divine feminine, if she's really in alignment with her divinity, right? If she's embracing all aspects to herself, if she's integrating, no divine feminine is only one thing. No divine feminine is always sugar and spice and everything nice. Okay? That is a myth. It is a program. It is a projection to try to keep feminine energy under stereotypical um, roles and things of that nature. Okay? If you guys want to look further into it, um, if you Google Kali Ma, okay, she's representative as one of the divine feminine energies, but she's one of the tougher ones. So, like, this is representative of Kuan Yin, right? So that's to bring in that compassion and that softness, but you're also Kali Ma, okay, which if she has to, she will be stern. If she has to, she will cut things off. If she has to, she'll be very direct, especially if there is some injustice at play. So Kalima steps in when we are facing fears and obstacles and injustices often. So because many of you have gone through so much, a lot of people around you may see you in the Queen of Swords energy right now, which is perfectly fine. But Source is going to bring in some softness and some soothing for you as I read the information from the card because, you know, yeah, you need it. You've gone through it. And so just to get you back in that soothing energy, as well as even in terms of the people, and the injustices that were, you experienced, it's gonna like take off whatever edge all of that was. Okay. So again, it's the Yin Empress, okay, which is the divine feminine. All right. Kuan Yin. So let's get into it. I was asked to read this for you guys, okay? So just bear with me. Oh, can I see this light team? Goodness. Okay. So it says here, I wonder if y'all can hear me. It says here, Empress, no, wait, wrong one. Hold the telephone. Wait, you guys, I gotta get the right page. Is that it? I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. That's not the right one. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Give me a second. I tried to have it ready for you guys. I'm sorry. That's not the one. Oh, there it is. Boom. Yeah, boom. Okay. Sorry. I got it. I found it. Okay. So the Yin Empress. I invite you guys to just get relaxed, take some breaths, because this is meant to kind of get you in a soothing energy, okay? The Yin Empress brings peace, prosperity, success to her beloved devotees. I gotta bring this closer. I'm sorry, you guys, if I can't see. Your sole purpose includes healing and empowerment of the divine feminine, the Yin Empress herself. You gain power, assistance, and untold blessings in following your soul purpose. Okay? And in the earlier live reading, we talked about how you all aligned to your divinity, to the purpose and why you are here. And so that is why that transformation took place. And that is why you are being supported. And Source and the universe is bringing in karmic justice for you, fairness, good karma for some of the things that you guys have endured as you have become aligned to the divine feminine energy in yourself, to your higher self, okay? It says, you are lifted and supported in your sacred work now, all right? You are a spiritual leader. So I'm talking to some empresses that are leaders, okay? You are a spiritual leader and pioneer, and part of what you are here to do for the planet on a soul level, okay? Whether you are a man or a woman, is to empower the divine feminine, the cosmic empress of yin, or divine feminine energy, so that we might live in more balance as a species on the earth. And this is why you guys have suffered a lot, okay? Because for a very long time, things have been energetically out of balance as it pertains to divine feminine, okay? Energy on the earth, very much out of balance, okay? And so you guys came as part of trying to get that feminine energy back into balance, first within yourself, but then in your soul's purpose, you literally came to defend, okay? Those of you who this is resonating with, divine feminine energy. Okay, so now it says here, the divine feminine is only now making her resurgence on this planet, and many do not understand her. Absolutely. Your sacred task, for which you will be richly supported, nourished, and rewarded, is to help live her truths now. In doing so, you are planting seeds of awareness and experience for others to draw from when they too are ready to live into her sacred truths. This will explain why at times you feel that you do not fit in to current culture, and you are not meant to, because you are meant to help it to grow and change in the same way that the beloved Kuan Yin had a rebellious and a compassionate streak and did not fit into the world in the way that it was, because she was born to help it heal and ascend. So too does your soul yearn to make a real difference in this world, to help it be free of fear that leads to competition and domination and power struggles, and instead to live from a place of love and peace. The gifts of the Yin Empress are experienced through your feminine power, which is assessed through living your heart truths, your genuine values, and your fierce gentleness. Femininity is not weak, nor is it aggressive. It is fierce compassion that refuses to descend into judgmentalness. Is that what it says? And if it does, it rises again to compassion over and over again. Absolutely. Men and women in touch with their feminine power are able to love. I'm going to say that again. Men and women in touch with their feminine power are able to love, to have compassion, to be truthful, and to honor what really matters to them, whether it fits with contemporary cultural values or not. They realize that they are helping to create a new culture with wiser values. Living in this way not only feels better and more truthful, it also leads to a successful life with much creativity, positive contributions, personal empowerment, and satisfying relationships, not to mention inspiration for others to draw from so that they too may grow. You're being asked, divine feminine, to live into your feminine power now, to be true to who you are, and not give in to social conditioning that tells you feminine power is not enough, that you must compromise your values, your beliefs, or your compassion to get ahead or to come out on top. You do not have to live that way. You're being empowered to live from your heart and realize that this is not only enough, it is a blessing for all. The Yin Empress thanks you for your loving devotion and service to her and shines blessings upon you now, beloved divine feminine. Wow. And let me get to the next part here. I think they want me to do the prayer for you guys. Give me a second here. Okay, yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, so all right, it says here, Divine Yin Empress, Mother of Compassion, Kuan Yin, Om Namaya, peace, grace, light, and feminine power. Infuse your being within my heart now. May I be a vessel of peace, grace, healing of the divine feminine. May I live my soul truths on this planet. May fear and anger be softened with love. May I find the true nature of my spiritual power. And may I align with you, beloved, into eternal grace of divine love. My devotion to the Yin Empress and her wish for all beings to be spiritually free grows in my heart now. I receive your love and protection. Om Mani Padme Hum. Very, very, very beautiful. And I wanted to share that for the select few of you. You may not have even been on that live. I'm still trying to get all of the uploads from the lives onto my YouTube. So it's taken a little while, you guys. But for those of you who were on that earlier live, or even if you go on it later onto the YouTube platform and you feel like you resonate with that regarding the divine feminine. And the message earlier was lessons and blessings. And so it was all about the transformation that many of the divine feminines have gone through. And like I said, after I got out of that reading and I went back into meditation, and that card came out through my meditation, confirming the reading I had already done, but also just to bring in some healing, some soothing, some affirmation, and even direction in terms of the divine feminines that are asking what are their purposes. And so it was clearly pointed out that many of you may share that same type of purpose, that you carnated to empower divine feminine energy, to bring back balance, to expand consciousness and awareness, justice, compassion, things of that nature, starting with yourself due to all the brutality that most of the divine feminines have endured. Many of those divine feminines carried their ancestral brutality, but not only their ancestral brutality, they carried their own experience from this carnation through their own family, religion, lovers, friends, co-workers, um, just through all these various experiences as they grew up. And so the divine feminine, as is the divine masculine, they have their story too, but the divine feminine suffered a whole lot, and basically it was essentially due to the imbalance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies, but a divine masculine dominant 3D reality that was, they call it distorted masculine energy or fragmented masculine energy, which essentially is exploratory in nature, it's predatory in nature, okay, when the masculine is distorted, unconscious, and in low frequency. And masculines can be in a body of women because there are a lot of women that they primarily operate from the masculine principle, and it's due to their own versions of whatever. But so it's not to say it's just the men, it's from that distorted masculine domination energy, and trying to squelch and demean and minimize the feminine energy or softer energy. um and so that's being brought back into balance. Many of you came for that reason. I know I certainly did. um and so if that is you, just be encouraged that you can breathe. You may be in your Queen of Swords energy because you had to show people you ain't to be fucked with. But just breathe. Send, your past or your experiences that help to get you to your awakening from the toxic, distorted masculine energy. Just send them love and light and wish them well. And, continue to stand in your truth, and things will, you all will feel like you can breathe. Some of you feel like, what I'm saying, Joan of Arc and what's home chick's name? What's her name? I'm referencing Joan of Arc or home chick that played in The Legend of Billie Jean, because you had to stand. It was, yeah. Um, and some of you still may be kind of going through the residues of that in your own way. Y'all know what I'm saying. If y'all are resonating with this, you know what you've experienced. You know what kinds of attacks, what types of brutality, what types of slander, what types of um, unfairness, greed, lies, betrayals. You know what you lived through. Okay. Um, so Source and your team is saying, just breathe, it's all right. You're still all four queens. Use the sword if you have to. Queen of Swords represents communication. Um, air energy, air element, but she can be, boy. That's the one queen out of the queens that her and maybe the Queen of Wands, but especially Swords, because Swords is like they call her the cussing queen. Like when you piss her off, or what I'm saying? But the Queen of Swords went through the school of hard knocks, and so she sees shit a mile away. And so she's basically just learned that, you know, sometimes you have to be that direct, or it requires that, because she understands the realms and the worlds of energy and where people are, and people are operating in different frequencies, belief systems, and yada yada, and she can see it. So the Queen of Swords just comes in and says, okay. And if you guys look, and if any of you guys maybe before you ascended and start transforming, you might have been very, very soft. And so what happens is, when we initially start going through our awakening process and transformation and healing, there's like all these phases. But if your natural state of being prior to that was kind of like I made a joke at one of my favorite Reiki centers the other day. We were in one of our group things, and we were kind of going around, the circle talking or whatever, and I made a joke. I was like, yeah, because somebody said something about this. I was like, yeah, that was my last name. My last name was Brandy Doormat. And so what I mean by that is that maybe you lived your life as letting people bully you, as a people pleaser, as not standing up for your own rights or your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own needs. And you kind of live that way for a very, very long time. And so you yourself was used to not saying anything or standing up, and then all those that were around you were used to you being that way. So it is you go to the other end of it because you have to embrace all sides of you. You have to validate and honor all sides of you. Okay. Um, and that's a part of the self-love journey, is that you have a voice and you have a right, and that you are a divine being, and that you deserve to have just as much as respect, care, love, and attention, or whatever else, as any individual else in your life that feels entitled to whatever they feel entitled to. And that you're going to have to stand up for that. And that's why many of you that are resonating with that reading, you did go into Queen of Swords, because you had to break the pattern. You had to break the conditioning that people were trying to keep you in, and then that people, were used to, because they benefit from you being mousy, docile, silent, hidden, recluse. Um, you know what I'm saying? And it was never really you all. You all did that in your years because that was a coping mechanism through inner child woundings, so that you didn't feel like you had, to try to squelch some of those attacks and people's insecurities, and people's bullying energy and aggressive energy, um, that you didn't want to deal with. But as you awakened, you realized that you had to. That's a part of life and growing up, accepting that people aren't going to like what you have to say. They're not going to like your opinion all the time. They're not, you're going to deal with people that have mental illness. You're going to deal with people with personality disorders. You're going to deal with people that's just simply in a low vibration. You're going to deal with all kind of stuff. And that's just the way it is. And we're not here to appease that. And that's not going to help anybody grow, expand, or heal, or transform. Quite the opposite. It enables everybody to stay in the same low vibration, the same frequency, the same mindset, the same belief systems that they've always had, which is out of balance and toxic. Okay. So I just want to say, like, don't feel bad if any of you come on and you guys are like, yeah, I became the Queen of Swords. I'm not Sally Sue Sweet Sugar, all the time. I became the Queen of Swords. I will stand up for myself, and no matter who it is, what their name is, their title is, whatever. Like, I will say what I have to say. I will try to do it as respectfully as I can. But then there are times where you guys have had to come to realize that sometimes, you know, I'm sure you can relate to this, okay? I'm sure if you're resonating with me and what Bloom does and in these readings, that there was times in your life and seasons in your life where you've been over freaking backwards to try to talk to people in that nice sugar syrupy sweet Sally Sue sweetness kind of way. With explaining yourself or explaining how you felt or wanting to bring up something. And most of the time you were probably spit in the face, metaphorically speaking. Okay. Or, attacked, mind fucked, gaslit. You know what I'm saying? Never a real resolve. So many of you came to realize that, oh, okay. Hmm. Well, if I've gone that route and did everything that I could to be soft and sensitive and, you know, okay, John, I just want to say that, you know, I'm really bothered by that. I really, really wish you don't say that, that kind of, I don't know if you meant it, but that kind of made me feel. You guys, you realize that approach, yeah, no, no. especially if you're dealing with the groups of people that are really essentially just kind of used to getting their way, or they feel superior in some way, or they feel entitled in some way, or whatever, right? Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. And you guys found that out. And in some cases, where it goes to the flip, it's like, okay, look, universe, source, God, Gaia, whoever. If y'all okay, it ain't gonna be Sally Sue Sugar Sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? When necessary. And hear me out. And I'm making humor of it because, when situations warrant, I'm talking about things that, where there was a violation of your boundary, where something was under the cup disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, and hurtful. And you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you do have to go there, no matter who they are, so they can catch the fucking clue. Like, you think, you know what I'm saying? And you still the divine empress. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you thought, I see. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to sometimes get there because that's where some people can't. And it's not that you're trying to lower your frequency, but the just like with the kid, you have to show them a facial expression or certain things, a sternness or something, because otherwise, if you don't make it, how you say it, in that way for them, then they're not perceiving it as something serious. They're perceiving it as something, oh, look, she's just being whatever. Oh, she's not, like they'll just keep that. You have to kind of make that sternness, right? And then I'm sure you guys experienced in other cases where essentially at some point, depending on what's happening or the dynamic, and I think I put an upload on my TikTok shorts, that sometimes sometimes that is it, you guys, honestly. And hopefully you guys take that as divine feminines as you move on, because that's the more softer side of the divine feminine. That's her softer approach. It's kind of like, okay, stepping back, just stepping back, not attacking, kind of just stepping back, like almost like she removes herself. It's like a silence, but that's the passive side of saying, okay, I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to entertain anything that's off. I'm not going to engage in games and fuck shit, mind fucks, playing, shit people think I don't see. They don't know I'm an empress. They don't know I'm in high priestess energy. But instead of saying it, or instead of, like, oh, I'm finna call them and be like, yeah, MF, I know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do it. You say, okay, no, I don't want to engage. Like Kuan Yin was saying, everybody's got their journeys. They have their rights, and, they're not in a certain vibrational place to handle things a certain way, truly, not truly, not ready to face off properly, truly, thoroughly, sincerely, not ready to own up, not, you know what I'm saying? And when you know that, then the Empress pulls back and goes, okay, may they be well. In that silence, the whole time, that's what's happening, whether they're aware of it or not, coming from the divine feminine. But it's strong. It's a strong boundary. It's speaking volumes all by itself. Strong. It's saying, yeah, I love you. Maybe. But I'm not going to pretend. Either there's going to be honor and respect and truth being dealt with here, or I have to politely remove myself and allow you all to be you and me to be me. Because me, I'm staying in divinity, and I'm going to honor me. I'm not going to engage in anything dishonoring or something that's designed to simply try to use me or be nosy, because Empresses, if she's in alignment properly, she's picking up shit. She knows. She just don't say nothing. And if she senses that, it's like, nope. And I want to add a disclaimer for many of the naysayers that I'm sure as shit gonna come on. This is not about paranoia or see, that's a very 3D mind, and it's usually connected to mind fucking, but I'm gonna leave that one alone. But it's not even about that. It's about honoring yourself, divine feminine. That is something that the universe had to step in, and like Kuan Yin said in the book, like, this shit has been out of whack for a long time. And those that are in that divine, you incarnated that way, you're in that divine feminine energy, you know what I'm saying? Balance is due. Balance is due. There's no more worshiping of this distorted energies, idolization of, distorted versions of our divinity, distorted versions of masculine energy, distorted versions of even the feminine. I'll say that too. No more of that. Not for those of you that are on this kind of path anyway. It's like, no, the fuck, no, it ain't. No, no, and no, no. It's time. All right, guys, I gotta go, but I will try to upload this one as fast as I can, hopefully, because I still got the other one I'm trying to get uploaded. And for anybody that may want to look at that later on from start to finish, but I certainly send you guys love and light, and just want to know those of you who resonate with me, Bloom from Within Love, what I do, the content, truly that I'm rooting for you guys all the time, sending you love and light all the time. Hopefully I bring support to you and encouragement to you if you feel alienated, isolated. I mean, as Kuan Yin said in the book, she said that chances are you felt like you've never really fit in. And it's because you were never meant to, because you're here to change the world. You're here to change your life first and primarily, but you're here to, by that change and transformation as a consequential effect, change the world, man. Not to be, clones of these templates and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know. If y'all resonating, you know what I'm talking about. And you guys had to really fight to shake out of it yourselves. And so my hat's off. I tilt my hat to you. I am proud of you guys. You're loved, you're supported, you can breathe. Give yourself some sacred space to just allow some soothing energy to come over you, because you bleed red like everybody else. And you have weathered every battle and storm and things, that came your way um, in your life. Okay? Some due to yourself, but more, probably 60% of it due to y'all know. I'll just say it that way. Okay? All right. I send you guys love and light. Peace. May you be well. Okay? Take care. Namaste.